Hello and welcome to Reddit Reading Reactions, where I read from Reddit and honey, we just react. We are here for the tea and we are coming in hot with some more fresh posts from r/relationships. So let's get amongst it, let's get in, let's kick back and let us sip the tea. This is posted by Recent Sky 33. Are you serious? Guys, it is literally 10 o'clock on the dot. Are y'all serious? Anyway, this is posted by Recent Sky 3311. Falsely accused of cheating, and now he doesn't look at me the same. What to do? So I'm 24 female, and he's 23 male. He thinks I cheated because 2 months ago I didn't let him access my photo gallery on my phone when he was trying to recover a pic of us that I had accidentally deleted. I wasn't hiding anything bad. I just didn't want him to see that I was being crazy. I had screenshots of his ex's profiles and stuff. Okay. However, because of this and another time that he claims that my hands were starting to shake when he grabbed my phone, he thinks I was cheating, and he says he doesn't trust me since then, and that he can't look at me the same way anymore like he used to, and that he doesn't feel the same way for me as before. Right, I've come clean with him about the real reason for not letting him see my phone months ago, and I now let him take my phone whenever he wants, but he refuses it because he thinks I'll probably delete stuff anyways. He says he's tried to see me the same, but he's having difficulty. How can I fix this? Is it possible for him to start feeling for me the same as before? TLDR, how to rebuild trust after he can't look at me the same way after he thinks I cheated, but I didn't. Okay, so before we even get to the comments, I can really see his perspective, and particularly if he has had trust issues in the past with other people, that's probably going to cloud his perception of this situation, and you can't fault him for that. Like, if someone that you trust suddenly becomes secretive or cagey about really minute things, it's like, oh, what have you got to hide? So you can't really fault him there. But also, if he said to you, like, I can't look at you the same, like, my trust for you is like not in the same postcode anymore, I think it's done. The relationship is done. You might be able to be good friends, but I don't think you can be anything more than that. I don't think there's any repairing this necessarily. Anyway, let's have a look at the comments. So we've got Hotspur Jr. says, so here's the thing. If someone is holding something over your head after they've had time to get over their initial negative emotional reaction, and after any sort of miscommunication has been cleared up, and you didn't actually do anything wrong, you can't continue to date them. Besides which, what he is saying is rubbish. If he really thought you were cheating, he would have dumped you, but he didn't. Why not? Because he's punishing you for having a boundary. Notice how you're basically begging him to go through your phone now. He's taught you very well that you are not entitled to a zone of privacy, which is some serious rubbish. Obviously, by the way, this person isn't saying rubbish. They're saying a word that I can't say on YouTube because it's a bad word. It's a naughty word. He's keeping you feeling needy and powerless. The correct response is to not accept second-class treatment. If he doesn't feel the same way for you, end the relationship because you're entitled to someone who is thrilled about you. Dollars to donuts. He changed his tune. I like that. The second he sees that power play is no longer working. You wouldn't let me see your phone, so your obviously cheating is so absurd that it is dump worthy. You are entitled to a zone of privacy, even in a relationship. Honestly, I don't disagree with this. I think this is a perfectly good and sound and valid comment. I mean, I don't know the depths of their relationship. I don't know if there's been trust issues in the past. I don't know if she's aware of that. So there's a lot of, I think it's a multifaceted issue, but I do agree with what's being said in this comment. But the essential point that I agree with is, if you guys are not able to rectify this, if you're left feeling terrible and he's made it clear that I will not see you the same way, just end it. It is not worth it, okay? Bye-bye. Progrethetha says, oh, great name, by the way. Wow, what a toxic relationship. You for taking screenshots of his exes and him for grabbing your phone and demanding to see your photos. Both of you have some growing up to do, most likely not as a couple. 100%. Can we talk about the whole screen capping his exes? Like, I feel like you've both got trust issues, actually. Someone's replied. So the Cosmic Penguin responded to that actual comment and said, this dude shouldn't be trying to snatch her phone, but equally, why was OP saving photos of his ex, etc.? I was being crazy isn't a get out of jail free card for this problematic behavior. 100%. Oh my gosh. Both of them have a lot of growing to do. And I can totally understand why her partner is acting the way he is. Not that I think it's healthy or reasonable. Thank you. I agree. I'd hand my phone over in a heartbeat if my wife wanted to see it, because I don't have anything on it, or anywhere else for that matter, that I'm not comfortable with her seeing. The flip side is she's never asked, and ultimately that's because we're both open with and trust one another completely. OP is allowed to have boundaries, but she's also demonstrated that she was trying to hide things. It's not a clear cut she was right and he was wrong, or vice versa. They're both acting like fools. Thank you. 100% agree with that. Like, I mean, yeah, did we sort of focus on the fact that he was feeling insecure? Absolutely. And didn't trust her? Absolutely. That's a massive focus. But yeah, taking it straight back to like the third sentence, I was being crazy. I had screenshots of his ex's profiles and stuff. Yeah, you kind of aren't helping yourself. Posted by prudent_regular6294. My girlfriend, 25 female, and I, 25 male, have been together for 6 years, but I'm exhausted. Dude, that doesn't sound like fun. I, 25 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 25 female, for 6 years. That's amazing, guys. She's smart, professional, and honestly, there are many things about her that I admire. She can also be very clingy, which makes me feel loved. But the truth is, this relationship has become really exhausting. Oh, dude. The biggest issue is how she handles conflict. She's more dominant in our relationship and always feels like she's right. Whenever we fight, she yells, spirals in her own emotions, and drags arguments out for up to 6 hours. That's become normal for us, but I'm so tired of it. Dude, that'd be exhausting. She often says I repeat the same mistakes over and over. Okay, before we even keep going, if she's saying that you repeat the same mistakes over and over, it's the end. It's the end. You've outgrown each other. Bye. Just move on. Sorry. She often says I repeat the same mistakes over and over. I try to explain the actual facts, but she never wants to listen. What hurts me most is that when she tells me to use my brain whenever I make a mistake, I feel like there's no respect at all. Bro, that's because she does not respect you. She's expecting you to be like, I will do whatever you want me to do. And if you don't, she's going to be like, let's have a 6-hour argument. That's not to say that you don't have any, fault in this situation. I'm sure there are things that you do that deeply upset her, which probably make her want to have arguments for 6 hours. But I think, thus far, it's sounding like you guys are growing on different life paths, and that's okay. But anyway, let's continue. We've tried to fix things. Clearly it's not working. We've had open conversations, even counselling, but nothing really changes. The pattern repeats. Yelling first, no quick resolution, and everything has to go in circles before it ends. Honestly, I'm still here, maybe because we've been together so long, but if things keep going like this, I'm not even sure we'll make it to marriage next year. What? Whoa, hang on, are you engaged? Hold up, did I miss something? No, okay, hang on. But if things keep going like this, I'm not even sure we'll make it to marriage next year. Even though that's the plan, so you must be engaged. What I want is simple. A relationship with respect, listening, and healthy conflict resolution. Okay, bro, this is not the relationship for you. Sorry. I know she's tired of me too, but I just wish she could be more respectful, actually listen, and stop yelling every time something goes wrong. I'm exhausted and I don't know what to do anymore. For those who have been in similar situations, what would you suggest? Should I keep trying to fix this or accept that it may never change? TLDR, been with my girlfriend, 25 female, for 6 years. She's smart and loving, but every conflict turns into 6 hours of yelling, no real resolution, and lots of disrespect, like telling me to use my brain. We've tried open talks and counselling, but nothing changes. I'm exhausted. I don't know if I should keep trying or walk away. Simple answer before we get to the comments, walk away. Respectfully walk away, because it is better to be prior to a marriage. I didn't even know you guys were engaged, but on the assumption that you guys are engaged or you're going to get married next year, that's your plan, right? It is easier to walk away now than walk away after a marriage. Because do you know how messy, long, painful, and unnecessary divorce is? Like, well, not unnecessary. I mean, unnecessarily painful is what I mean to say. If you think a 6-hour argument over something minute now is a problem, wait till you're married and there is a divorce going on. Bum Stumblefoot says, you already know the answer. You're just afraid to accept it. 6 years, counselling, open conversations, and nothing has changed. That's your answer. Thank you. Moose Plainer says, she ain't gonna change. It's been 6 years, and granted 19 to 25 are huge changes for people, but 25 I find is when people's lifelong patterns start to settle. How you handle conflict is the most important thing in a relationship. That means listening to each other and talking through problems. Most people don't respond to logic arguments when the issue is emotional. They just want to feel like they are being heard and that you care. However, belittling your partner, screaming for 6 hours, and insulting their intellect is an even crappier way to handle it. Ideally, counselling should be teaching you both healthier ways to work through your conflict, but that requires you both to want that. For her to change, she needs to show some self-awareness that what she is doing is hurting you and incredibly unhealthy. I see no sign of that. The relationship has run its course. You're no longer happy. Frankly, she doesn't seem to like or respect you, so I'd accept it's over and move on. Thank you, 100% leave, my dude. It's okay to leave. It's so much easier to leave at 25 and not married, okay? I know it's hard because it's a familiar place. You've known this place and this dynamic and this person so intimately for 6 years. But trust me, change is what you need. It's going to make you happier and healthier in the long run. Shiny Happy Purple says, is it possible that you have either outgrown one another or are just not that compatible? The commenter quotes OP's text saying, we've tried to fix things, we've had open conversations, even counselling. Shiny Purple wants to know, I need to know what jobs get 20-somethings counselling money. Anyways, if counselling hasn't helped, maybe you have exhausted the options here and it's time to have an honest discussion about how the relationship is. They've quoted OP again saying, honestly, I'm still here maybe because we've been together so long. And Shiny Purple has said here, you are still both really young and deserve to find someone who you love and who you can be happy with. Amazing, 100%. Don't disagree with that. I've just scrolled down a little and Red Fox Red Bird says, dump her. If she's living with you, kick her out. Just, oh my gosh, straight to the point. WLR_Wacky says, can you picture yourself with her in 30 years? Happy? Such a simple yet constructive comment and question, I should say there. That is all for today. Thank you, or tonight. I mean, it really depends where you are in time. But anyway, thank you so much for listening along to r/relationships with me. And I hope that, I was going to say, I hope you see me, but you're not going to see me. You're going to hear me. So I hope you hear me in my next video. And I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, evening, night, morning, day, whatever it is, wherever you are in time. Have a good one. Bye.